general memories of previous life experiences, mostly previous passing death experiences.
Okay, how many of you have had that? Where you've had the feeling that you died as this person or that person, this kind of experience? Some of you, right? What's actually happening is this. Here's you. Here's a spirit in the spirit world. It doesn't have to be the same gender. Right? There's a law of attraction emotion between the two of you. Right? If it was an opposite gender, it might be... When I say law of attraction emotion, it doesn't mean it's the same emotion. It means it's a sympathetic emotion. Do you understand the difference between this? Right, okay, I'll explain. A sympathetic emotion is, let's say, I feel like I'll do anything for a woman no matter what. What kind of a woman am I going to attract? A woman who's going to boss me around and do anything she wants. Does that make sense? That's the law of attraction. You follow me? That's what I would call a sympathetic attraction. Right? Now, all attractions are usually based on sympathetic attractions. So we have a spirit in the spirit world. So here's the spirit world, here's the earth, you're here. Now, you already have similar emotions. Right? And then what happens is something triggers in your life, and all of a sudden you get a flood of events, or an event, usually it's one event, come to you, along with some emotions and some pictures even, flowing into you. Right? And what it is this spirit is telling you her or his experience, trying to connect with you. Like, we are similar, we have similar emotions. I had this experience when I was on earth too, and you know, that's what the spirit's trying to do in the majority of cases. Right? But what do? Because we believe in reincarnation, we interpret it as a past life, which actually complicates the problem, both for yourself and the spirit. The spirit now feels unheard. Oh, you know, there's another person I tried to connect to, and you know, they're not hearing me, they think it's them, you know. So there's this confusion often in the spirit, but also for ourselves, we are then attributing a lot of our emotions to this past life and avoiding the emotional experience that's being triggered, which is actually quite damaging to us. Does that make sense, what's going on there? Yeah? Okay. Is there questions related to that?
A friend of mine came to me years ago and told me a story about how he was forced to break his best friend's neck in 59 AD. Instantly I had a print in my neck, and he told me that it was my neck that he broke. How do you relate that? Was that two spirits involved there, or a group of them?
Yep. There's lots of spirits involved in all of these interactions. Because of our common sets of emotions with our friends as well, often spirits also have their friends, right? And they gather around us, and there's all these interrelating experiences that start getting related as well. So it gets quite complicated, in fact very complicated, where even thousands or hundreds of thousands of people can have spirits influencing them in large numbers. That's why sometimes you get this group thing just shift from one to another instantly for no seeming reason. And a lot of times it's spirit influence as well.
Well, another time I was doing a healing on somebody and I got a vision of blood, like thick blood, like mercury moving across the floor, and blood splattered all on the walls.
Yeah.
And I got a message, I guess, that the person I was working on was responsible for that bloodshed. But that what we were doing was clearing the karma. What's that about?
What was actually happening was during the process of many healing processes, spirits surround you, and because you're in a more open way, mediumistic during those processes, and there must have been a spirit with her at some time or with you, and what they've done is just channel to you their own experience. The way to deal with it is to talk to that spirit that they can actually progress, that they can actually work through their stuff in the spirit world. They don't have to come back to Earth. They don't have to tell people on Earth even what they did. They can actually deal with it in the spirit world. But many spirits don't believe that because of the laws, because of reincarnation. They believe the only way they can deal with it is by coming back to Earth. Right? So the key again is to talk to the spirits about what the truth is and help them come to terms with what's going on. So you weren't actually clearing away the karma of the person's past life. What you were doing is actually helping the spirit deal with some of its guilt about what had happened, and the attraction, the law of attraction between the spirit and the lady you were working with, was it a lady? Was that she had guilt that she needed to work through. Does that make sense? And you could connect with perhaps some of that guilt when you were working with her. Yeah.